So it's another jet ski day, and we're coming across the lake. It is a very chilling 41 degrees because it thinks winter is back again. I don't know what day we're on the quarantine. Got some wide loads coming back. I think we're on like day 26 or 27 of the quarantine. So heading out to the shop, see what we get done on the X2. Then we're gonna go from there.
You stole my heart of gold.
So we got the X2 all set up for the day. Today we're going to bolt on the pump with I'm gonna go get a stock prop so we can get the right depth, so we can get the right cut when we cut back that little dongle right there on the inside, so it'll work on an X2. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but flipping that, find where it's at, mark it, and then go from there. Oh, and this actually looking pretty nice. Still got a finger's width underneath it. It's got to stay low because there's a bead pipe gonna be running right here. But yeah, eventually I might take and glass all this in so that it's got a really good hold. So eventually one day I might put a sheet of glass over it just to lock it in. I mean, it's pretty sturdy.
To my silver soul, can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden.
So this is a stock prop. As you can see, the splines are actually like an inch down inside there. These ones here are right up front. They're maybe a quarter of an inch down. They're probably going to cut those splines out. These ones are pretty shallow. The splines only go down probably about 1.25 inches. These ones are like 2 inches of splines. It's got to come out. When we turn over the back, you can see how deep this is machined down. This one here has the sheath actually comes down further, and this here actually has to go down, so we have a lot of machining to do. And how I'm going to get that, there's two different props, so you can't really just measure down and cut this out. They're two different setups. So what I'm going to do is put this one back on the prop, slide it up in there, mark it where it's at, then put this one on, mark it where it's at, and cut the excess out.
But I'm a little stronger now.
So I got the pump in there. It's held in by the back tube. I've got the shaft pushed back into position, and I'm going to measure off of this piece of PVC pipe because I have the stock prop in there. So we're going to make a mark straight down right here, and then we are going to put the other prop in. We're going to see where it lines up on this, mark it, and that's going to tell us how much we're going to take out of the entire ski, or entire prop.
Resting on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets.
Look at there. Think it's golden?
I think so. Maybe. Need something to measure some really high-end measuring device, like a zip tie.
Who needs a micrometer?
Yeah, so it's not quite.
Needs to go a little deeper.
Maybe.
So we got our new prop in there, and what we ended up doing is taking a little from both. So the back, cut out some of this right here. So this here little collar came flush with this, so Austin cut it down. And then our next problem was, you can see that this collar comes up, I don't know, probably about half an inch before you actually get down into some threads. And this other prop that's in here, threads came all the way to the top, so we actually had to bore this out that a way the collar could slide up in there till it gets the threads. So I'm about to pull the pump back out. We're gonna do some pump maintenance while we're here. We're gonna fill it up full of grease. You know, realistically, I probably should rebuild it since I got it all apart, but I don't have the seals here. Time. It's fine. It's next to. But we're gonna fix a seal with the punch, get it all flat. We're gonna pull the drive shaft out. We're gonna fill it up full of grease. Go from there.
I'm a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Now that I got that all greased and put back in, it was a little bit more of a headache than I thought, because I should have done it differently, because it got hydro locked where it didn't want to go all the way in, but then when I tried to bring it back out, it didn't want to come back out because it had suction on it, because all the clearances in here are pretty tight. So I got grease inside the shaft now and grease on the outside, and there's a little bit of grease up against that. And I had to fix my seal because my seal was whopper jaw, this front one right here. But this is the prop I'm putting in it. It is a 1419. It's a Solus. I got this from one of my subscribers. I traded him my last large hub 144 prop that I had in my last chin for this one, and another one sitting right there. But next thing I'm gonna do while I have this out, I'm gonna clean up all these burrs, get the DA out, and just knock all these rough edges off, and just clean it up a little bit before I have to stick it in there forever. But I mean, 1419. It's not a bad pitch for a 701. So that's what we're gonna run, because I had it on the shelf. It's all about saving money. So we got the pump in the vise, got it grabbing down low, got grease on my threads, got my little O-ring back on, cleaned up the prop, got some of the burrs off, what I could get. Gonna put her on, put the tool on them, and torque her down. By the way, it's 30 foot-pounds. As you can see, I got my pump in. Make sure you put this, if you have one of these, make sure you put this on previously. You'll forget, bolt it all down, you'll forget about it. So this one here is actually missing the O-ring. So I'm gonna, after I get it all set in there, I'm gonna put some silicone up in there, put a little silicone around this, and just slam her down real good. So I'm gonna start working on this exhaust. As you can see, it's kind of rough. I'm gonna take the DA and smooth it out, work it a little bit. I don't know, I might just leave it that long. But it does need to be a little bit smoother.
It's so strong. It's so strong. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out.
So one of my next projects will probably be to sand this down, probably next summer. sand it down, put another coat of black on it. You can see where I put some reinforcement in this whole piece of, this was a piece of matte glass to the SMC. It didn't bond well, so it busted off. But this has all been reinforced. But be another endeavor for next year. Just trying to get her in the water, get all the kinks out of this mud that I'm putting in it.